was switching from the road to narrow, so I tried to get on the sidewalk, and there was a lip. I went down, slid down the sidewalk. Even wearing a shirt protects you. So you see a lot of kids riding around with no shirts on. It ripped my skin off. I had a big rash there, was bleeding here and here, and my arm hardly bled at all because of the shirt. My head hit the concrete, had my helmet on, nothing happened, got right back up. All I did is have a scraped leg. It took a while, a little bit for that to heal. That heals. If you get hit in the head, that doesn't heal. So it's very, very important to wear a helmet. Right in here, this is a real sensitive area. If you hit your temples, you have a lot of brain damage, can kill you if you land right. So that's why a helmet is so important to make sure you wear a helmet. Some of the key things when you're riding a bike, most of the time you're on the sidewalk. So when you go across this road, say a road or a drive, what should you do? You should stop, and once you stop, what should you be doing?
Look both ways.
You look both ways. There's one other key element you need to do. Say a car is sitting there. What would you do if a car was sitting there?
Wait for it to move out of the way.
Okay. A lot of times the car's going to sit there. He may be playing with his cell phone. And you're thinking, oh, he stopped for me to go. So you start to go across. All of a sudden he's done. He takes off. The key thing is anytime you get to a stop sign, a crosswalk, or anything, you want to make eye contact with the driver in the car. You should see him look at you. I tell my grandkids, you don't cross the road unless you see that person look at you. Because that's happened to me almost time. I was running, started to go across the road, the person wasn't really, I didn't make eye contact. I got out, the car took off, and I just barely got out of the way from getting hit. So a lot of times you think the people's looking at you, and they think, oh, they see me, he stopped, so he's letting me go. Well, really, they're doing something else, they're not even paying attention to you. They're looking down the road to see if someone's coming, and you're coming up this way. Another key thing you need to do is when you're crossing the road, this car stops, I'm riding down the sidewalk. I look, he stops, I make eye contact, I start to go. Well, this car, you got to look over your shoulder. Well, this guy could have been waiting for this guy to pass. So you look over your shoulder to make sure this car's not going to turn, so you get past him. If he turns, he could hit you. So you got to be looking all the time, especially when you're crossing roads and crosswalks and stop signs. What do they have at crosswalks that you're supposed to use? Do you know where you have the crosswalks that you should be using? You got a little button that you push, and it has a little white guy pops up on the other side. If it's yellow, you don't cross, because the cars have the right-of-way. If you try to take, there's nobody coming, you try to take off, and a car comes around, it's your fault, you can get hit. So you want to make sure that you have the right-of-way to go. Okay? So the key things we're going to do this summer is, what are we going to make sure we do?
Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet. When we get to a crosswalk or a drive or a sidewalk, we're going to do what? Look both ways. And if there's a car there, we're going to do what? Make eye contact. Okay? And it's best, I know you guys like riding around with no shirts. You might want to wear a shirt when you're riding. And the other thing is what you don't want to do is a lot of people wear flip-flops. My granddaughter showed up to the other house, she had flip-flops, scraped her toes, all the skin came off the tip of her toes. So if you're riding a bike, you should be wearing shoes. Okay? That protects your feet also. Okay? Ladies have anything you want to add? They got a little demonstration we're going to show you.
Yeah, we have a demonstration. We're going to show you what happens if you do and do not wear your helmet and why you should wear a helmet. So, does anybody know what's the helmet made out of? Somebody tell us? Anybody else? What is this? Styrofoam. Very good. Alright, so we're going to do a little demonstration now.
Need 2 volunteers. 1 and 2.
Alright. So I'm going to tell you a story first, and then our volunteers are going to help us out.
Okay, turn around and face that way. There you go.
Alright, so we have 2 friends here. We have Egbert. Actually, Egbert's going to come here. Egbert and Shalina. Does everybody see them? Alright. So they're really good friends, and they decided to go to the park, and they're going to race. And they're going to race on their bikes. So it's Saturday afternoon, and the birthday party they have to go to. They're really excited, and they're going to race. And Egbert, he's too cool to wear a helmet. He doesn't want to mess up his pretty hairdo over here. Shalina, on the other hand, she's a good girl. She listens to her parents, and she's going to wear her helmet. they're gonna race. They're racing to the park really fast, really fast, really fast, and there is the hole in the road, and they don't even see it. Both of them tip over the road, fall down, and what do you think happens to Egbert, and what do you think happens to Shalina?
Egbert falls down and hurts his head really bad.
And what happens to Shalina?
Her head is safe because she was wearing a helmet.
Okay, well you want to be Egbert?
Okay.
We'll just pretend. Alright, well I'm going to ask you to step over here. Raise your hand as high as you can. Raise it. Okay, hold him. And you can drop hold him. And you can drop him. Drop him down.
Oh.
Sound good. What happened? Wide open. Somebody call 911. Gotta go to the hospital. Okay, so we'll see what happens with Shalina now. Yeah, it's coming out. His brain is coming out.
No.
So you can stand over here. Shalina, on the other hand, you can raise your hand as high as you can and hold it and try to drop it inside of the styrofoam, okay? See what happened? Nothing. This is styrofoam. That's the same stuff that your helmet's made out of. So if you wear it, you're going to protect your head. Okay? And that's why we're trying to teach you to wear a helmet. Because we don't want you to hurt. How many brains do you think you have?
One.
Just one. Where's Crystal? If you don't wear a helmet, this is what happens. And if you do, you're going to be protected and safe.
I dropped it one more time.
No, this is
Here.
Besides hurting your head,
You did such a
what
good job.
other reason do you have to wear a helmet?
Yeah, what other reason do we wear helmets?
If the police see you riding 16 years and younger without wearing a helmet, you can get a ticket. They'll actually write you a ticket if you don't have a helmet.
You are under. Okay, so now we're going to show you the rules of fitting a helmet and making sure you wear it safely. And if you're not wearing it correctly, you might not protect you when you do fall off your bike. So,
And we want to make sure we put it down your forehead.
Yeah. So the first thing is make sure it's level, like this. And it's no more than 2 fingers above her eyebrows. So if we're fitting it on you, you're going to make sure it's no more than 2 fingers above your eyebrows.
This is a big no-no. You have a helmet on, you don't have a clip, that's a huge no. That doesn't do anything.
They could fall when you're flying, and then the head will do that.
Very good. Okay, so when we put it on, we can make sure it's level and it's no more than 2 fingers above her eyebrows. Second thing, it has to make a letter V under your ears. Okay? Just like that. And third thing, what do we do? You flip it, right? Alright, and it should be no more than 2 fingers under your chin. Okay, so can everybody do it with me? No more than 2 fingers above your eyebrows, a letter V underneath your ears, and no more than 2 fingers underneath your chin. Okay? And you gotta make sure you wear it every single time you ride your bike. And you should not be able to move it around. See? Do you think she's safe now?
Yeah.
All right.
Tastes
good.